Welcome to another episode. My name is Benjie. Today I'm going to show you exactly how I prep all my gear before I go surf fishing. So for me, I like to prepare everything the night before I go. A lot of times I like to hit gray light, get up at 4:30 or 5 a.m. before I head out. So I like to have the car packed up with everything ready to go so I can literally wake up, brush my teeth, grab my coffee, and jump in the car. When I first started, I always tried to keep things simple, but looking back, I always had too much stuff. So over the years, I've simplified, and kept it to where I really like it. I really like the system that I have right now. The stuff I prepare looks different from when I halibut fish compared to when I hunt corbina or do light line surf fishing in the summertime. So we'll save that video for next time. But for winter, fall, spring, when I'm hunting halibut, this is kind of what it looks like. First and foremost, I pack my waders, and I keep them right over here. And we got the compass waders, 360 Deadfalls. And I just did a review on these, so you can check that out if you want. Those are all nice and cleaned and dried from my last trip. And also these boots, Sims Freestones. These are actually my favorite purchase when it comes to the wader part. I love these way more. These boots are so sweet. Lots of tread, super sturdy, good ankle support. So I have these packed up. Oh, and the waders, don't forget your socks. And actually, I forgot to do that. Hold on, let me grab them. Yeah, with waders, don't forget socks. That can be a real pain in the butt with the neoprene booties. Your feet will get stuck in there. And it'll stink it up real good. So these aren't even matching socks, but who cares? Mismatching socks, as long as you got something on your feet, you're good to go. And then I want to show you something that I've been using for probably about 1.5 years now, and I really, really love it. And I keep this packed right over here. And this is the rinse kit. Basically, it's a self-pressurized water system. And so with the little nozzle. And so I use this every time I go fishing. After I finish fishing, I use this to spray off all the sand, off the feet, off my waders, off my boots, rinse off my gear. And I love it because this thing is self-pressurized. So you just plug it in and fill it up, and it self-pressurizes in here, so there's no pumping, nothing like that, and it automatically works, and it's super simple and easy to use, and it has different settings on the hose. So when I'm rinsing off my reels, I can just put it on the mist setting and just use a slight mist to get all the salt water off my reels, and then I can do more of a shower spray to rinse off my shoes, my waders, and my rods. But this is super useful and convenient, and so definitely check this out if you want. I got a link for this. I'm an affiliate for Rinsekit as well, so you can use that link if you're interested in something like this. Next, I'll show you the backpack I like to use, and this is from a company called FishnPack. And I picked this up a couple years ago just because it has built-in rod holders. And so it has 2 rod holders built in to both sides. Super convenient. I walk a lot. I'm not a mobile fisherman, or I'm not a stationary fisherman. And so I walk all over the sand, sometimes up to 2 miles, 2-3 miles sometimes if I'm really trying to find the fish. So actually in my backpack, it's really quite simple. I don't carry a lot in here at all. I've got my leader, and this is Daiwa Fluorocarbon 12-pound leader. We've got 2 packs of trail mix. I don't usually eat when I fish, but just in case I get really hungry or I just need a break, just a little snack. And then I'll keep my bag of swim baits in here. So I could just pack my swim baits, and I'll show you what I'm going to be using here in a second. But just some hooks. I'm going to be Texas rigging, so just some white swim baits, hooks, and some bullet weights. And I just keep that in a Ziploc. Keep the extras in here in case I need it. This is actually a pretty essential item for me, actually, and this is from a company called Rogue Fishing, and this is like a phone tether. So the reason why I got this, and the reason why it's so valuable for me, is because over the past 1.5 years, I've lost 3 phones in the water. I don't even have the words. I usually have the latest iPhone model because I record as I'm doing now, and I've dropped 3 of them in the water, and I don't know about the whole water resistant thing, but they've crapped out on me. So after the 3rd time, I decided to do something, and so I went online and I found this, and this has been a game changer for me. And as long as I'm using this, I'm not going to lose any more phones. I'm not going to be falling out of pockets, out of my hand or anything. I put the phone on and I can clip it, and just tie it on to wherever I'm fishing, shorts, waders, whatever, keep it in my pocket, inside my waders. And then if I am using it and pulling it out, I don't have to worry about it slipping out of my hand and falling into the water or falling out of my pocket when I don't even know. So super useful for me, maybe useful for you if you're somewhat even close to as careless as I am. But Rogue fishing tether. I always keep 2 of these, a couple microfiber cloths, and I just pick up a bulk pack from Amazon because I keep losing them. But I take about 2 of them out, one inside my waders or in my shorts. So when I go fishing, if I need to wipe my hands, can have that, and then I keep one in the car after I'm finished fishing. Just 2 bottles of water. I'll actually keep this in my backpack, 1 in my backpack, keep 1 in my car. But 1 bottle of water, keep me hydrated during the day. These are probably one of the most important things that if I forget, I feel very, very lost on my pliers. And it comes with a little hook. I put it on the D-ring of my waders, and I'll have it with me at all times. Don't have to worry about slipping. It's got braid cutters if something happens, if I get a snag or bird's nest or something, I know I can clean it up. But super, super useful and very good pliers. I'll keep these in my waders with me. These are 50-pound tactical angler clip if I need them. I don't need this many. I could probably just take a couple out and keep them with my Lucky Crafts. But usually I keep this in the car with me and grab a couple, stick them in my pocket, and I'm good to go. And then I'm sure you guys have seen in previous videos how I transport my Lucky Crafts, but I'll usually take 3 or 4. If I'm really ambitious, I'll take 5. But I'll just stick them in these little tubes that you can get from Michael's, and stick the Lucky Crafts in here. And then once I'm all set up, I'll just put 3 of these tubes inside my front pouch of my waders, and it's protected from the water and really easy to move along. And then a face mask if you're out all day, super helpful to have. So this is my little buff that I have. I like this one because it extends. It's not just a small little neck gaiter, but it actually goes and extends all the way up, covers my mouth, and then it's really secure. So it's really comfortable for me. So this is from Huck, but this is the face mask that I prefer using. I think it's, if you're fishing a lot and you're out in the water a lot, super important to have so you don't come back looking like a raccoon. And then what's also going to be very, very important is a measuring device. And this is the measuring device you'll see in all my videos. This is from the Halibut Surf Derby, sponsored by Lucky Craft. So I like to keep things as simple as possible, guys. I'll have this thing rolled up, put this inside my wader, a couple of Lucky Craft tubes, maybe 1 or 2 other things in here that I don't mind getting wet. Everything else in the front pouch of my backpack. So with my waders, backpack, 1 extra rod, rod in hand, and I'm just walking, casting, walking. And then of course we can't forget the fishing rod, the fishing setup. And so I have these set up. I have 2 rods set up tonight, and that's probably more typical for me because I can use that for swim baits, drop shot, lead head, whatever I want to do. But this is my Lucky Craft setup that I've been using, and it's the Shimano Stradic 3000. It's the one I've been using a lot. I got 30-pound braid on the back, and then I tie my leaders, this 12-pound Daiwa leader that I showed you. So I pre-tie my leaders at night before I go fishing, and then I clip on the tactical angler's clip, and I use the line keeper. So this one is all set up, and then I just stick it in my car like so. And then this is, you know, pretty basic knowledge, but you got to be very, very careful transporting your rods in and out. This is a 2-piece rod, but when I have it all set up like this, I can still do it, but because I have a minivan, I just extend it in there carefully. But always careful when you're sticking your rods and reels in and out of the car, especially when you're taking it out, not clipping it onto things, especially like with the sensitive tips that Phoenix has, and then shutting your door on it, which I've done a couple times. This one is my second rod, and this is, the rod is a G-Loomis E6X, 8'6", medium fast. Oh, and the Lucky Craft rod is a Phente Trifecta Lite 903 medium light. And I got the Daiwa Fuego 2500, 30-pound braid, 12-pound fluoro. All right, guys, so that's pretty much all I do, and just want to show you my process, and it's really become something that I get into rhythm with the nights before I know I'm gonna go fishing, is I prep all my gear this way. I pre-tie my leaders, get everything ready to go. Please let me know in the comments what you think, and if you feel like there's a more efficient way of doing it, I'd love to hear it. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, tie lines.